Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Aaron, very good to meet you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being crazy enough to join us.
And Joe, she even joined 2 focus groups.
Thanks, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great, great. That's wonderful. When everybody gets on, we'll introduce everybody to you. Lynn?
Yes,
All right, I gotta,
it's kind of slow tonight, so hopefully it works.
oh my
okay.
God, I forgot to clean the host. All right, hold on. Did you get the host thing or did I? Sometimes you get it.
No one has it yet, Joe. Which is strange because you should have got it when you logged in. to the terminal.
Yeah, she sends it to me and now I gotta find it. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go.
Nice view in the car there, Phil.
Yeah, I'm gonna dial back in from my computer when I get home, Joe. I'm
Okay.
on my phone for now.
That's all right. Chip's running late too, so. And I'm running late with this thing. I got it now. All right, Lynn, are you gonna be do you need to co-host?
Yes,
All right. Okay, you're all set. Many times I do this, I always forget it.
am I like, is everything happening on my screen in slow motion?
Yeah, everything's happening in super slow motion. We haven't seen your screen yet.
There it is.
Now
Yeah.
you got it.
I've got poor internet connections for some reason. Um, I'm gonna try to move to another location.
It's on. I can
Yeah.
see it.
I think it's gonna run slow.
Okay, all right. Take your time because a couple people are running a little late. You all set yet, Lynn?
Are we ready to start?
Are you set?
I think I am. I think
Okay,
I'm in a better location, so
okay, all right.
ready to go?
Yeah, why don't we start? Let's put up the agenda at least, and we can start from there.
Okay, so first off, we'll go through a few administrative actions, reviewing the meeting minutes, the April invoices, reviewing construction change order number 15, a quick budget update. And then I'll turn it over to Bond to give us construction progress, remaining work to complete, and the look ahead schedule.
All right, before we start, is there anybody who wishes to engage in public participation? Seeing none. Also, before we go, I'd like to introduce Aaron Demerjian, the new member of the Permanent Building Committee. And members of the Permanent Building Committee are also on here. Aaron, Jason, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, Aaron, I'm Jason Cohen. I think I've been on the committee with Chip and Joe for maybe 9 years now. I live here in Wakefield, got a couple kids, one's in college and one's a freshman at the high school.
John?
Hey, Aaron, how you doing? John McDonald. I think I've been on the Permanent Building Committee for about 4 years now, or close to that. I have two daughters that are both in the Galvin right now. So welcome to the committee.
Phil?
Do me last, Joe. Am I last?
All right, you're not last. Well, yeah, you're always last. Tom?
Yeah, Tom Galvin. I've been on for 4 years. I got on with John. I have 2 kids, both college age. I've lived in Wakefield for 20 years.
And Wayne?
Yes, hi, Aaron. Retired facilities director for North Reading Schools. Happy to be on this committee. It's a happening committee, so welcome.
And Phil?
Hey, thanks. I was just parking. You got me at a weird spot. How you doing? Phil Renzi. I've been on the committee since 2016. So welcome. We wish these were in person. We could all say hi.
All right, and Aaron, Chip Tarbell and Mark Mascio Mark's gonna be here a little later, and Chip was in traffic from the last I heard from him. So, well, as we all say, welcome aboard.
Thanks. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Aaron.
Good to have you.
All right, first things first, administrative actions. Jason, maybe you can give me a motion on the April 13th, 2023 PBC meeting minutes.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the April 13th, 2023 PVC meeting minutes as written.
Second,
Any discussion? Hearing none. Is there any opposition to approving the meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. All right, Lynn?
Next up are the invoices for the month of April. We have Left Field's invoice number 30 for a total of $9,320. It includes our project management services for $5,000 and our commissioning services for $4,320. We also have HKT Architects invoice number 28 for the amount of $20,342. We have construction costs from Bond Building. It's application for payment number 16 in the amount of $298,831.59. And then we have several miscellaneous project invoices, 2 from K Security, both in the amount of $290, and 1 from ESC Electrical Supply Company in the amount of $124.86. These total $329,198.47.
Okay, Jason, you wanna?
Yep, I got it. So make a motion to approve Left Field invoice number 30 dated 4/30/23 in the amount of, I'll do them separate, so $5,000 for the first one.
second,
Any discussion? Hearing none. Aaron, just for the information, we have to take a roll call vote on these invoices. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
unanimous.
I make a motion to approve left field also invoice number 30 dated 4/30/23 in the amount of $4,320 even.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
unanimous.
Make a motion to approve HKT Architects invoice number 28-022023 dated 5/9/23 in the amount of $20,342.02.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Chip. Oh, I'm sorry, John.
Yes.
Oh, Chip had made it on. Phil,
Yes.
it's unanimous.
All right, make a motion to approve invoice from Bond for invoice number 16 dated 4/30/23 in the amount of $298,831.59.
Second.
Any discussion? Lynn? Lynn,
Yes,
so where
Yes.
are we, where are we construction cost wise? I see we have $1 million balance left, $1,092,000.
yes,
Okay,
and that includes retainage.
that's includes the retainage. Okay,
Yes.
all right, thank you. Any other discussion? Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil.
Yes.
Okay. Next one, Jason, you got
Yep.
that?
I make a motion to approve other project costs from K Security invoice 18318 dated 4/8/23 in the amount of $290 even.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yep.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
unanimous.
Other project costs invoice K Security number 18331 dated 4/8/23, also in the amount of $290.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil.
Yes.
Lynn, if you can go back one slide, I think there's one more.
Yeah, I thought there was one more, Lynn.
Sorry, I accidentally hit,
That's okay.
took me a minute to get it back.
Motion to approve other project costs from ESC invoice S25101080.001 dated 5/5/23 in the amount of $124.86.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all for invoices. And moving on to construction change order number 15. It includes the following PCOs that you see here. The total of all these PCOs total $42,156.
We have the money for this?
Yes, we do, and I'll show you on the
Okay.
following pages when we do the
Alright.
budget update. But these have all been reviewed in the OAC meetings and signed off on by everybody.
Okay, great. So I'll make it motion to approve bond building construction change order number 15, which covers PCOs through April 2023 in the amount of $42,156 even.
Second,
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
yes,
Wayne,
yes,
John,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
all right, thank you, unanimous.
Okay, next up is a quick overview of where we're at with the budget. We are 99% committed and 89% expended. In terms of the owner's side contingencies, we have $0 left in the construction contingency, and we have $151 left on the owner's contingency. Just so you know, all of the budget includes all April commitments and expenditures, as well as the $42,156 that was just approved in change order 15. I wanted to show you where you stood should change order 15 be approved. We also have, at the beginning, started out, we currently have $204,029 in GMP contingency. And so to further break that down, again, in the owner's contingencies, we have $18,151. We have no pending PCOs, but we do have an estimated amount of PCOs in the amount of $13,500. If those PCOs come to fruition, we would have a remaining total of $4,651. And then on the GMP contingency side, we have $204,029 in GMP contingency. We have pending PCOs or uses in the amount of $18,356. And then we have estimated expenditures against the GMP contingency of $182,142. That would leave us, if all of these came to fruition, that would leave us with a balance of $3,531. So we're very tight, coming down to the wire, but construction is supposed to be completed on the 19th of this month. So.
Any questions? We obviously are making it by the skin of our teeth, I guess, here.
But we're under budget right now, and that's all that matters.
That's right. Any other questions or comments?
Lynn, have you gone through to see how much money is left in line items at this point?
Yes, we do have a good estimate of that. I'm not sure we can see this budget on the screen, but we do have approximately 30,000 in utility company fees that we did not use. We have about 10,000 left in testing services that we haven't used. The remaining balance under other project costs is sitting there for ALS for the control systems. That money's accounted for. And then we have 28,000 left in pre-construction services that we did not use. So there's a good bit of money, like I said, left in some of the budget lines.
So given that, doing my quick math, we have about 68,000 still there. So not that I think something catastrophic is going to happen, but maybe we can look back at a couple of those asks that came through from the police department that we said we would wait for the end of the project to look at.
Right,
Not yet. It's not the end of the project, but when that time does come.
right.
All right, any other questions or comments? All right, thank you, Lynn.
So just coming up, this is the Permanent Building Committee calendar, but we anticipate our last PBC meeting on this project being on June 15th. And then I think they're gonna wrap up the project with a town departments tour on May 23rd.
Right, on May 23rd, what time is it, 5:30?
Yes.
Members of the PBC, as well as I believe Chief Scory has invited the town council and other town department heads to, we're gonna have a tour of the finished public safety building.
Ooh,
Yay.
ooh.
All right,
Yeah, I just, at this point, I think we're close enough to say, thank you to Adam Keen and Lynn for all their hard work and for the departments listening. It was a tight project with not a lot of contingency in a tough market. Yet everybody worked together and made it happen.
couldn't agree more.
Kudos.
Thank you. All right.
Yes, I would say this one took a village, so.
Not quite as bad as Walton, but it took a voyage.
Can I say something? Because
Yeah,
Sure,
you-
Phil.
so
Hey,
this has been my first project, and I got to serve on the working group. So for those that on the committee that haven't served on one yet, in this high school, it's a really cool way to really learn the project and stay on it. Like, it is a time commitment, but I'm guessing and hoping that the meetings will be maybe a little later in the day, and we can get but it's, if you can carve it out of your calendars, I definitely recommend it. It's a cool experience to work through one of these projects and have a say in some stuff and aggravate the consultants as much as we can as taxpayers. So that's all. We still got to finish the project though, Chip. Let's not mission accomplished yet.
Nope. There's still a couple of weeks left.
Yeah,
just
So I
personally,
just had a question. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Joe.
John. Yeah,
So,
before you go,
Chip's-
John.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, well, Phil was still on there. I just want to personally thank Phil for being,
Yeah.
he was there every single week and physically present where some of us can only be by Zoom. And I really just thank him from the bottom of my heart that all the time that he put into this. Go ahead, John, sorry.
Yep, sorry, Chip. So I just wanted to know, I guess, Chip, on like the items that you're saying maybe we would be revisiting. How will that happen if we have to, do we have to like vote on items like that, or is it stuff that can just be kind of decided by the working group to finish up items?
So these are things like, the one that comes to mind in the plans, there was a microwave that went on the counter. The police requested it to go over the stove, right? Like in a normal kitchen, leave some counter space. We
Gotcha.
said, let's wait till the end of the project and see what happens. There are some TV monitors that were requested that weren't planned for. We said, well, let's see where we're at the end. So it's small stuff, not anything to do with the project, but the funds would come out of the project based on requests that happened.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
The heating
Yeah,
and HVAC is gonna work no matter what.
Yeah.
They should be,
Go ahead.
they should be, what would happen is that the working group would make the initial approval of it once we make that determination. And then it'll go to the entire committee for approval, just like this particular change order did.
Understood. Thanks.
All right.
My
Quick
computer
question.
is a little
You
haywire.
Wayne?
Going backwards there, Lynn?
Yeah,
I-
hold on a second.
Doing it
Hold on
by
a second.
myself,
Wayne?
by itself. There you go. I'm gonna turn it over to Bond to
Len,
get
Len.
Wait,
Len,
Wayne
wait.
had a question.
Yeah,
Wayne.
is there a punch list on this project?
Yes.
I could take that one. So Wayne, this has been a multi-phased project, as I think you know, area by area, and we've been doing the punch lists as we go by phase. So we are working through the last interior phases. As you're going to see, the very last small interior renovations. There'll be a couple of punch lists there that'll be coming through this week and next. And then lastly, the last stuff to finish is some of the mechanical work, and there'll be some punch lists coming out of that, I suspect. But we've been doing it as we go.
Thank you.
All right, Lynn?
I'm trying, okay, I'm gonna turn it over to Bond now. Can you see my screen at all?
It's coming back, but it's not back yet.
Okay. It's decided to do its own thing.
It's
There
back.
we go. Okay.
Um, Dave, are you the one that's taking this or?
I'll take it.
John's got it.
Or Jonathan, I didn't see you. Sorry, Jonathan. Go ahead.
All right, so last the crane fix for the project's been completed. Roofing replacement work at the HVAC rooftop units 1 and 2 was completed this week. They completed the bulk replacement with new PVC membrane today. A little bit of detailing, and they have their warranty walk with manufacturer tomorrow. Onto this next slide that we're seeing here. So this is basement level renovations. Quarter has been patch painted, flooring replaced, going through cleaning now. Floor tile in that center picture, new added janitor's closets complete, along with the picture to the right, the extension onto the additional lockers. Once the woman moved into their new locker room, we were able to take that space. More interior renovations here on the 3rd floor. Previous evidence room cleared out. This opened up this space here. 2 new offices, additional storage completed on the 3rd floor. As we just said, HKT punch list for these spaces happened this week. Working on completing the last of those items, cleaning out. Last of furniture installation happening next week, and then turn these spaces over. Left-hand side is one of those new offices on the 3rd floor, main corridor. Again, last of the items happening in there. And then the right-hand side is the old gym that housed some of the police department members over the last year or so. So we're refurbishing this back to its original purpose as a gym. Some wall patching, fresh coat of paint, replacement ceiling tiles, and then gym equipment's actually scheduled for tomorrow to move up from the apparatus bay back to its original. Left-hand side, again, storage area for the police on the 3rd floor. This is going to get quickly filled up, has been with file cabinets and other general items that were in a storage unit for the project. And then right-hand side of the photo is louver being replaced. We, in the last month, took out the previous air handling unit in pieces, loaded up a new one in pieces. It's all bolted together, piped, ducted, and assembled, going through the last of testing and balancing items, point-to-point checkout, and working for completion next Friday. Walking through with building inspector and be substantially complete. A few items that aren't in pictures, but are on this remaining work schedule. Last of the parking lot striping is going to happen on Monday, first thing next week. Temporary site fencing goes on Wednesday, and we do the last of the cleanup and cleaning the lot, and we are departing. Looking forward to showing this all off to you on the 23rd.
I would, yeah, Joe, I would also be remiss to not thank John and Dave and the whole Bond team for their hard work, because this was not an easy project by any means. And they really stepped in, worked with the police department through with Adam on many difficult items, and really did a bang up job for us. So we're ending up with a great project and good space.
Couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more, even though it, it hurts me to, say anything nice to Dave.
It is Bond, so.
I know. It's hard
No,
for
there's
us.
still some change orders you need to look at. Don't worry.
Okay.
You can be grumpy then. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll make sure to get the last jab in when we can on the way out. But
Yeah.
we're very appreciative. Obviously, it took everybody on the same page, all the design team, the architect, the OPM and Bond all kind of working together to make this one happen. So it's nice to be almost done.
And I'd like to say thanks to the police and fire for putting up with us. We were on top of you, working very closely to you guys, and thank you for your patience with us.
Oh, I couldn't agree more about that, the police and fire departments have been so cooperative, and we've really been appreciated. All right. Is that it, Lynn?
Yes, that's it for the public safety building.
All right, Chief Scory?
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank everybody. We're handing out the thanks here. We haven't crossed the finish line. We're that close, but having endured this project for a year and 3 months under construction, there were times when it was tough to work in the building while it was under construction, but Bond worked with us to make it happen. So I thank them for that. I have to point out, I really appreciate Phil being at every weekly meeting in person, walking around with us, checking out the building. I probably spent more time with Phil picking out paint and carpeting than I ever have with my wife. So we can
Same, Chief, same.
But with Bond, I think somebody's name who hasn't been mentioned is Mike McNally. He's the foreman on site, and that guy has been aces. He's come in on Saturdays and Sundays when the roof has been leaking, and we've called him, and he deserves a lot of credit for the success of this project. So I just want to mention Mike, and thank you everybody for making this happen. I know the planning started 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, and it finally happened. So we can't thank you enough. The building came out great. The office space is great, and it's exactly what we needed. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I can just say it's been a long road, Chief. We're nearly the end. Deputy Chief Craig Calabrese, anything?
No, I think Chief Scory said it all. Just
Okay.
we're real happy with the outcome. It was a lot of work, but just thanks to everyone. And after doing this for the last several years, I have a whole new appreciation for the permanent building committee and all the hours that you folks put in. I didn't realize quite how much that was, and so thanks for making this happen for us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Greg. All right, Lynn.
I'm having a really hard time. Sorry.
Yeah, I noticed.
Not your day, Lynn.
I know, it's just the internet connection is so slow. Can you see this slide? Am
Nah.
I sharing it?
Nothing's up right now.
Okay, try one more time. Screen sharing has stopped. Okay.
This morning.
Is your
Okay.
cat on the table, Chip? Are you feeding your cat on the table?
Is it coming up now?
It's coming slowly.
Okay.
Here, kitty. You're on mute, Chip. It's all right. I can tell.
Joe, did the town extend Zoom meetings? Are they going to allow in person? Do you know? Wasn't that vote coming up sooner or later?
I have no idea. I don't know if they've done that yet or not. I know the problem it has to do with hybrid meetings. If people have hybrid meetings, there aren't many locations that can accommodate it, and that's one of the issues. That's the latest I had heard. All right, I think it's up now.
Well, it flashed up there and now it disappeared on my screen. So I don't know what's happening. But so first,
You want me to do it for you, Lynn? Still up on the
yes.
screen. Okay. Yeah, so agenda, we're gonna go through administrative actions. So we'll review the March 15th meeting minutes from the Permanent Building Committee and School Building Committee. We'll go through the approval of monthly invoices and the budget update. Then we'll get a design update, design focus group and design progress update and design development schedule. And then we'll get a schedule update and review of upcoming meetings. We'll see if you can advance the slide.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I can't, it's blank. My whole screen is blank. So And I just tried, Tim lost power, so he's.
Tim lost
he
power.
didn't even get
What?
to,
You guys at the beach?
Yeah.
Where are you guys?
what it is, our server is up in your neck of the woods. So I don't
Oh,
know
sure,
what's
blame
happening.
us.
It's fine up here. Everything's working in Wakefield. I don't know what's going on.
Um,
I have
What?
the hard copies here. I printed them off. And we can do the invoices while you're trying to fix that, okay?
Let's do that.
I'm gonna stop sharing and try to reboot.
All right, let's go through. I'm gonna go through the invoices. People have, these were all sent out earlier.
I think you have the meeting minutes first, right?
Let's do it.
I'll do the minutes after that, okay?
Why don't I just,
Let me
What do
do
you
the, I got the invoices here. The first invoice is invoice for OP, for left field,
you
for
can
the
try.
OPM design
Get
development.
on. That would be great.
It's invoice number 22 dated April 30th, 2023, in the amount of $133,160.
I second that.
Well, actually move it first. I just gave what it was.
Can't you move it? Or would you prefer not to?
Yeah, I prefer not to.
I
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the one you just said, but I don't remember what it was.
That's all right.
I do.
$133,160.
$143,160. Hey, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
All right, so motion to approve OPM design development from left field invoice 22 dated 4/30/23 in the amount of $133,160.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes, someone's reviewed. Sorry, I missed discussion. Never mind. I'll ask
okay.
the next one. I'll ask the next time
Yep.
for the big one.
Chip,
Yes.
it's unanimous.
All right, so make a motion to approve AE design development from SMMA invoice number 0059267 dated 5/5/23 in the amount of $801,826 even.
Second.
All right, go
Any
ahead, Phil.
discussion?
Yeah, a
Bill?
couple. So the invoice in the packet, I think, is for 802,000. That was number one, I noticed.
Well, the total is 800.
Yeah, there's another $495 below it, right?
Oh, it's the same invoice number. We gotta do it separately.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the question though.
The
Go
reason
ahead.
it's separated is it's because it's billed to different budget codes in the MSBA Pro Pay system.
Okay,
And you had something else, Phil?
yeah, sorry, I got a little delay there. I was just gonna ask on the total, like someone's reviewing these, approved by left field. This is in budget with what you've seen in terms of where they're at.
Yes, it's right in line with the fee schedule and the work plan.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
yes.
Phil,
Yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Chip?
Yes.
Unanimous.
All right, make a motion to approve as part of the FSSD environmental and site budget. SMMA La Loft Geotechnical Consulting invoice, also 0059267 dated 5/5/23 in the amount of $495.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Phil,
yes,
Chip,
Yes.
unanimous.
Make a motion to approve pre-construction services from Bond Building invoice 122043-002 dated 4/19/23 in the amount of $28,333.33.
Second,
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
yes.
Wayne,
yes,
John,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chip.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna make a motion to approve this one, but someone's gotta tell me what Crowley's Clippers is, because someone either got a really expensive haircut or doing some tree trimming.
Turf repair.
Or turf field.
Repair, okay. So, from the.
I like the
FS
haircut better.
Yeah, right. From the FSSD other contingency budget, Crowley's Clippers Inc. invoice 56702 dated 4/10/23 in the amount of $1,145 even.
Lynn,
Second,
didn't we already
Yeah.
approve this earlier so that they could get paid quicker?
Last
Yes, we
meeting.
approved it, but this is to record it financially and just to put it in the ProPay system.
So we're not
But
double
yes,
paying.
it was approved
This is
pre-
the actual, because we didn't have an invoice last time. We just approved the dollars.
Correct, it
Sounds
came in
correct.
and wasn't included in the invoice summary.
That's right. Okay. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Tom,
yes.
Wayne,
yes,
John,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Chip.
Yes.
Thank you. Unanimous.
Moving right along. Maybe.
Lynn?
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Now
all
we're
right.
in the minutes.
Yeah,
All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the April 13th, 2023 PBC SBC meeting minutes as written.
Second,
any discussion? Hearing none. Are there any objections to approving the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are approved.
Okay, quick overview of the budget. Hopefully it's on the screen. We are 12% committed and 1% expended with 88% uncommitted to date. This is our cash flow. Currently, the project is tracking under the forecasted expenditures that we previously forecasted. And then I'm gonna stop sharing and turn it over to SMA to give a design update on the focus groups and design progress to date.
Lynn, can you enable Brian to be able to share, please?
I'll do it.
Thank you. So for not Aaron Priscillio's benefit, and welcome to the PBC. Tonight, I'm Helen Fantini with SMMA, project manager, and we have Brian Black, project designer, Aaron Pristilios, civil engineer, and Lana Pokepitz, our mechanical engineer tonight with me. And I think Brian, as soon as you can share, is gonna take it away.
Trying, it wants to share the wrong screen.
Oh.
Bear with me a second.
Sure.
It's the night of technical difficulties.
Yeah. Let's see.
Jason, we have to go back
I know, right?
in person so you can solve all these
We
problems.
gotta do that. We do. I'm so ready for in-person meetings. I mean, let's do it already.
Okay, hopefully that's better.
Bingo.
Good.
But I may be looking off to the side, different screen here. So I'll lead this off. We wanted to give you all, first of all, it's good to see you all again and be with you. Although it's not in person, I would love to do this in person. We have had a series of focus group meetings, and what we want to do is just give you an update of what happened in those meetings. We're not looking for any decisions tonight. It's really just informational. But do feel free to ask any questions what may have arisen in the meetings if we are not covering what you're curious about. So I'm going to talk about the educational planning focus group, which occurred on Tuesday. At the first of 2 planned meetings, we had 14 members present, which is very good representation, I think, and we had very good engagement and feedback from the group, who included the superintendent, the principal, 2 assistant principals, and a handful of program directors, whom we had met with a few weeks ago to do plan reviews, department by department. So this was an opportunity to get the group, a smaller group together, and really discuss more of the overlapping or overarching issues that we had set up before in schematic design. So there are a series of them on the screen here from previous meetings. We've talked a lot about creating highly collaborative learning environments and classroom neighborhoods. We've talked about integrating science and arts into the classroom neighborhoods and giving access to hands-on space for a variety of learning settings and modes of teaching and learning. We've talked about universal design, the wayfinding of the building, really how you kind of negotiate the building and understand it. The fact that the classrooms are very kind of flexible and agile, furniture able to be repositioned to create different teaching and learning settings even within the classrooms. And then there are, again, the sort of common spaces, which include the heart of the school, dining commons and learning commons. And then we actually did a walkthrough of the 3D model, which was incredibly helpful for the meeting. We heard several comments saying that this is a great way to really understand the spaces. And it prompted, I think, kind of more questions and discussion than we might get from static imagery. So that was great. We talked through some core spaces, and then we went into some other types of spaces and the teacher setting. So this is just a sampling of some of the material that we looked at. Again, we had queued up a lot of 2D information, plans, still renderings, to try to, sort of go through space by space. But what we actually did was walk through the model, which again was found to be really effective. So in addition to the sort of core general classrooms, which make up a large portion of the overall building, we went into a science room and looked at the layout. Then we looked at engineering as an example of a more unique setting. We looked at the fabrication lab. We went over to the art wing. And so we covered a lot of ground virtually. And then we ventured into a discussion and a walkthrough of the teacher environment. So we have a couple of different types of spaces that we sort of culled from the programming and the more recent plan review sessions that said the teachers really want some head down quiet space on each level. And we've made accommodations for 20 in each of the teacher planning spaces. at the center of the academic wing on levels 1, 2, and 3. But then there is a different space on level 1, which is the teacher workroom, which is joined to sort of more of a teacher lunchroom or dining room. And so having those different settings, we heard, was really kind of working in terms of creating a variety of different places that teachers can go to either do quiet preparation or download a podcast or have a quiet phone call. So on this screen are 3 options that we went through for the teacher planning space layout, which was very fruitful. There was a fairly strong preference for one of the options, which has the teacher workspace at the perimeter of the room, and then opportunities for teaming and collaboration and meetings at the center of the room will provide a little bit of capability to like heat up some food, but it's not meant to be a lunchroom. It's really more of a workroom. And then there's perimeter storage here as well. So that was a good discussion that ventured also into thinking of the school as a work environment, right? And so what do teachers need to do their job well, but then also to have maybe a place that they can go. We talked about the possibility of a quiet room that could be carved out, or maybe the level 2 outdoor terrace space could be a teacher kind of breakout space with an ability to just step outside for a moment, right? And reset, take a breath, and come back. And so it was a really good discussion. I think we got into some things that sort of go beyond the plan. And I think that was what these meetings are about. We did end with looking at some of the big sort of overlap space, the common space, which is media center, dining commons, and large group instruction space. And we looked in them, but we really need that second meeting to come back and look at these spaces as they develop kind of to another level of development. And so that's on the agenda for the second meeting. And there may be a couple of other topics that are added. And that meeting is scheduled for June 8th. So unless there are any questions about that summary, that meeting, I can hand it over to Lana to talk about the systems and sustainability focus group, which we will jump to the HVAC design portion of that.
Thank you. So we just met a few hours ago with that group, but I'm happy to report to the committee as well. We started developing HVAC systems design. Many factors go into that design, and I wanted just to bring up a few considerations that we take to our design, systems design. So first and foremost, we look at the space programming. We look at population and activity type. We pay big attention to building architecture. We learn about occupied and unoccupied hours of the school and different programs. The district standard for temperature set points. We also collect information on the summer programs, and big consideration is given usually to the maintenance for service and access. Please next. So we probably know by now the HVAC system for the building will be air source VRF heat pump. VRF stands for variable refrigerant flow. And this slide shows you a system, the way it will be designed for this building. So there will be VRF air-cooled condensers located on the roof. There will be similar farms as you see on this photo. There will be DOS systems. They stand for dedicated outdoor air system. They will bring ventilation to school. And air-cooled condensers will serve not only the DOS systems, they also will serve the FEMCO units / heat pumps that will be serving classrooms. There will be also VAV boxes. They stand for variable air volume. These boxes will control the amount of fresh air that will be brought into the classrooms. Okay, next. During this process of design development, we run our preliminary heating and cooling calculations and loads. We just completed our preliminary selections for the rooftop units and their placement on the roof. And the main portion of what we do during this time period is we are developing HVAC zoning. And you can see on this plan, this is first level 1, and I have level 2 and level 3 just to see in progress. So each color represents a zone for the system that it will be served by. And if you go through the floors, if you can flip to the next floor, you can see that some portions of the building, they carry on the same color through the levels. It means that the air to these systems will be provided from the roof down to level 1, say, or to whatever level this color is shown on the plans. This is a very detailed and time-consuming process because we basically analyze every space in the school. We consider all those factors that I mentioned in the beginning of my conversation. And then we try to assess the building exposure, glazing, envelope, students' activities, and so many other things. And as a result, we then divide the building into different zones, and you can see the result on these slides. And that's where we are at this point.
Are there any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none. Next.
And before we move on, I know we're kind of skipping over the sustainability part of that meeting, which is an important one. We just don't have the right person here to speak to that, but we will update you on it in the next meeting.
So just a quick question on my part. I was at the meeting, it was very impressive. Are we going to cover electrical and plumbing also? No? Brian, somebody?
I'm not sure, Helen, if that is the plan. I would think that we should update on all systems at some point. There is a second round of meeting, I believe.
Yeah, just who knows when the second meeting is? Is it June 8th? I know these are tough questions.
Yeah, hold on. We're looking.
Yes, it's June
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we'll provide a more complete update. This one was tough because the meeting was literally just a couple of hours ago. And we didn't have all people available this evening, but we will do that for sure, Wayne.
Thank you.
I take that back, Wayne. It's June 15th at 4 p.m.
We're going to go over it again at the end of our presentation, right? I think the schedule's on there.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys have to plan for HVAC for, and that's probably part of the energy efficiency, like on rooftop plans and where solar panels may go and where all this equipment needs to go to hit these zones? And are you at that level yet, or is that too leaf view?
No, we are on the way to that level. We just, as I mentioned, we just received the preliminary unit selections. We placed them all on the roof. We also placed preliminary sized air-cooled condenser farms. And as of today, we actually had a meeting with the utility company and their vendor who will be doing solar designs. And we will provide them tomorrow our progress for the roof plans with all equipment shown, so they can assess, the current situation and layout of the equipment on the roof.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that we've gone from a monthly meeting with WMGLD to twice a month. So we are in close coordination with them. They've been incredibly helpful, generous, cooperative. So that dialogue is ongoing.
Okay, and now we can kick it over to Erin for site.
Thank you, Brian. Just a brief update for you all this evening. A lot of text on this slide. It's mostly meant for folks who couldn't join us tonight, but many of you may have gone through it already. So just to recap what the group has been busy with since we started design development. We've completed 2 separate rounds of borings, the first in the middle of March to confirm ground improvements, which will be required within a portion of the building footprint. A second round of borings were completed in the middle of April to confirm soil conditions in the courtyard and depth to bedrock, concentrated on the ends of the projects. Again, starting to hone in on some of the construction related issues about earth and soil moving. Traffic analysis is well underway on the offsite roundabout. Of course, that informs internal circulation as well. The team has been out to observe again high school and in conjunction Woodville arrival and dismissal to get a really good sense about how these 2 schools are really closely related when it comes to circulation. We've also attended programming meetings. Most applicable are related to the track and field design, and we've updated the design to enhance the track layout, which really gains a tremendous amount of efficiency for track meets, while really staying within the limits of the scope that was developed during schematic design. We're also starting to dial in on the outdoor environments. These include instructional areas in the all ages activity, not just instruction for teachers, but also hoping to pull more from the folks that are in the school. I know on how some of these types can be served as outlets to provide increased mental health or alternative types of wellness besides athletics and whatnot. So these are all types of things we're thinking about and looking to advance the design of the site. We've had a variety of meetings. We met with the town departments. I think it's called the pre-development meeting in town at the end of March. We had our first site focus group yesterday, and today we met with conservation and engineering. We're going to be working through some potential added scope relative to the stormwater management system. So a lot more to come on all of these things. If you flip to the next slide, you'll see an updated site plan. Again, the program is the same. So we still have, the building, the field, and the track. We have all of the parking, entrance plazas, outdoor spaces, and whatnot, but you'll start to see kind of the next level of detail. Certainly as we look to confirm design of the roundabout, that will again inform and clarify some of the on-site circulation. So just an exciting time for the site team. Are there any questions?
Can I ask for traffic? Are you monitoring the loading dock operations? Because the high school serves as a big pivot point for a lot of the schools in town, I think. And they could probably speak more to that. So I know it's probably a subset of your traffic, but there's definitely, and I see your driveway. But I'll just be curious because they need to, those are trucks, box trucks and stuff that need to get in and out.
When you say monitoring, from a security, like a camera perspective or like a maneuvering perspective and truck,
Yeah, just getting trucks in and out of loading docks all day and making sure they, because it's cutting through a big parking lot up front, right?
Yep.
Like just that you're considering how many of those trucks come and go and
yes,
that traffic. Yeah.
Yep. And studying the maneuvering and making sure we have enough pavement to get the trucks backed up where they need to go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
So I think that concludes our update.
Lynn?
Okay, I think I only have a couple slides left. I don't know if you guys are hearing me. It seems like a delayed reaction to everything.
Can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to jump down to the last couple of slides. And just quickly, I'm going to jump to the last slide, which talks about what we have for upcoming meetings. We changed the meeting that we talked about last week from June 8th to June 15th. We have added July 27th as a PBC meeting date so that we can vote to approve the design development submission to MSBA. But we have the exterior interior focus group meeting coming up on May 18th. We have a construction logistics focus group meeting coming up on May 19th. The second ed planning focus group on June 2nd. The second MEP systems and sustainability focus group coming. It says June 8th, but I believe as I checked my calendar that was changed to I believe it was changed to June 15th, but I will confirm that. I mean, that's what I have on my calendar, but not
Yes,
sure.
that's correct, Lynn. We had to change it because Lana was not available. So you are correct. It's the 15th.
Yes, yes, so we did change that to the 15th and the second site focus group meeting on June 12th and the second exterior interior focus group meeting on June 13th and the second construction logistics group meeting on June the 14th. So we will continue this these multitude of meetings through the end of June in an attempt to gather all the feedback we need in order to complete the design development phase.
Dave, you had a question?
Yes, thanks. Lynn, could you just confirm, I think the logistics focus group meeting number 1 is the 25th. Unless.
May 25th, yes, we did make a change on that one as well.
Thank you.
The dates on everybody's calendars are correct. This slide, I think, just didn't get updated correctly. And just quickly, the intent of the next several PBC meetings is next week we'll continue the updates of the focus groups. And this will all be in anticipation of sending the package to the design development package to the estimators on June 26th. And that process will last through July 13th. So the July 13th PBC meeting will be about reviewing costs and where we are. And then if we have to do any value engineering based on where the costs come in, we'll be complete with that by July 27th. And this is why we added the July 27th PBC meeting so that we'll be complete with making sure that the project's still within budget. And we'll be asking this committee to vote to submit the design development to MSBA. And our submission is targeted for August 1st.
All right, thank you, Lynn.
And that's it for tonight.
There any questions or comments before we adjourn?
Yeah, Lynn, where's there was a whatchamacallit, Gantt schedule in the packet, but like it was really tough to read and try to figure out in higher order terms, what's the summary expected start of pre-construction activities on the Beasley and a start date for real construction? Is that still later this year or early next year? And what about a completion date? We still looking at the same targets there?
Yes, we're not planning to do any major construction until the spring of next year. We still are holding the mid-year move for the end of 2026. You know, if we can better that, we're always looking to see if we can, we will, but right now we feel it's going to still be that mid-year move.
Okay, thanks.
This'll, we looked at starting an earlier package in the fall, but it just didn't make sense because we were gonna have a gap of time in there where we wouldn't be doing anything, so we felt it was better to let the school use the Beasley Oval for the fall sports programs.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other questions?
No, thanks.
All right, any other questions or comments? All right, Aaron, we actually are usually more organized, or at least technically advanced than tonight. We're having our technical issues, so
No
and
worries.
once again, and thank you for, I noticed that you joined some of the focus groups. Thank you very much for that. And if there's anything else, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
And everybody, if you're all in favor, click leave meeting. Good night. Take
Bye.
care.
Sorry for the chaotic.
everybody.
It's all right, Lynn.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hey, guys.
I can't get out of here.